We're starting Friday out with some warmer temps out there. I certainly noticed them when I got up this morning and walked outside. I mean, it's a lot better in a lot of ways, but it's also going to cause some trouble for us in some ways here. The temps already in the 20s right now. So let's check in with Terry DeBoer to see what's going to happen the rest of the day. Hi, Terry.
You know, I don't know about you guys, but I'm a little concerned people are going to be driving faster too, which is going to be causing even that much more of a challenge as conditions are gradually going to be improving from a temperature standpoint here. Still looking at some very slippery and icy roads, and of course we got snowpack and ice all over the place out there. You can see here on temperature front, readings have warmed up. 26 in Grand Rapids right now. It's 27 degrees in Kalamazoo, Battle Creek. These readings are 15 to 35 degrees warmer than we were just 24 hours ago. Now I'm watching carefully a couple of things. First of all, we've got some locally dense fog starting to form here in our southern counties. Sturgis, your visibility is down to 3/4 of a mile, mile and a half in Kalamazoo, a mile and 3/4 in Battle Creek. And I think the fog problem is going to continue to get even worse as that warmer air continues to surge in here. So again, look for some areas of fog and also the slushy roads out there. Coats, hats, gloves, boots, and snow pants, a great combo for the kids out the door at the bus stop, as temperatures today will climb into the mid-30s for highs. And again, with that heavy rain on the horizon for later this evening and over tonight, we have another set of weather-related challenges that we're going to be focusing in on for you. Emily?
The radar is clear right now, but that's going to be changing as the day goes on. For the first time in 2014, we're going to be seeing green on the radar in place of all that blue we've been seeing. So how much rain are we going to get, and when is it going to start falling? Well, Storm teammates Laura Velasquez is along the river with that answer. Hi, Laura.
Hi, Emily. We're going to see that rain start to develop a little bit later on today, mid to late afternoon. The problem may be that as this precipitation starts off, temps still close to the freezing mark, if not a little bit below that. So we could actually be looking at a little bit of patchy freezing drizzle or light freezing rain at the onset just for the first hour or two as that precipitation starts. That could make roadways very slick. Keep in mind as well that road temps, many of the roads clear or clearer than they have been the last several days. Road temps at or below that freezing mark as well. So even if the air temp is a little bit higher than that, could freeze on contact. Here's what we're looking at in terms of rainfall. We start this for you at the noon hour. Notice by the time we get to around 5 p.m., folks in the Grand Rapids metro area have picked up 1/10 of an inch or less in terms of rainfall, but see the higher totals Benton Harbor to South Haven. The heavier rain pushes towards us. Looks like the heaviest of it will fall between about 7 p.m. this evening and 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. By midnight, over 1/2 of an inch in some locations, and that rain does continue to fall through the early morning hours tomorrow, although it will start to lighten up. Total rainfall amounts, we're talking about 3/4 of an inch of rain, certainly a possibility. Some locations could see a little bit more than that before we see some cooler air move in tomorrow afternoon with a chance for a few scattered snow showers. Another thing to keep in mind, dirt and gravel roads historically do not handle the ice and snow very well, and when you get rain on top of that, it could turn into a real mess. So if your travel or your commute takes you on those dirt or gravel roads, leave yourself a lot of extra time. It's going to be very, very slick, not only driving, but walking as well. Now, coming up at 5:30, we're going to talk about what this rain could do to river levels across the area. For now, live in downtown Grand Rapids, I'm meteorologist Laura Velasquez. Back to you.
Let's hear about how the warm-up is going to change things around here.
Yeah, Storm teammate meteorologist Laura Velasquez is downtown right now with the very latest on the warmer temps and the impacts these temps, rain, everything else might have on the river here. What do you think, Laura?
Yeah, exactly right, Brett and Emily. I'm here along the banks of the Grand River at Fulton Street. Quite a bit of ice has developed on the Grand River over the past month or so. It remains there this morning, and we have two things that are going to impact that. First of all, the warmer temperatures and also the rain that's moving in. Now, later on today into early tomorrow morning, we could see 3/4 of an inch of rain, if not a little bit more. Now, what that could do is actually act to raise the ice level a little bit as we get a little bit more rain into the river. Right now, levels are stable. We don't see any major problems with ice jams anywhere, but that is a constantly evolving situation we have to keep a really close eye on, especially with the rain coming in later on today. The other thing is the warmer temperatures. Take a look at this. It's not just today, and a lot of you are saying, well, we're ready for the warmer temperatures. Let's melt off some of the snow, the ice on the roads, the sidewalks, get those parking lots clear, make it more comfortable. But the problem with that is that we could start to see a little bit of the ice on the rivers melting, and that could cause some ice movement. So we'll be watching very closely to see if any of those ice jams do form. At this point, given temperatures today in the mid-30s, in the upper 30s tomorrow morning, and then in the upper 30s again on Sunday, likely not warm enough for long enough to create any substantial problems, but it's still something we'll want to watch very closely. And again, we're not only going to see the slightly warmer temperatures, but also the rain that is going to come down. So we'll be watching river levels closely, not only on the Grand River, but all throughout southwest lower Michigan the rest of today and into the weekend. We'll talk more about the amount of rain expected to fall and what that could do to some of the gravel and dirt roads coming up at 6 o'clock. For now, live in downtown Grand Rapids, I'm meteorologist Laura Velasquez. Back to you.